Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. Kisumu is also fantastic. Maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Mwangi Kiunjuri, the former Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, is taking the mountain by a storm. And I can assure you that Mwangi Kiunjuri is going to forcefully take the mountain from the grip of William Ruto, just like Ruto took the mountain forcefully from Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. I've been studying Mwangi Kiunjuri of late, and clearly he is a man on a mission. Last week on Friday, Mwangi Kiunjuri stated something which caused serious political panic in Kenya Kwanza. He said two things actually. The first thing he said was that he supports Raila Odinga's reform agenda. Raila Odinga is currently pursuing certain reform agenda in the country. And those agendas are actually opposed by those who are close to Ruto and Ruto himself. So by Mwangi Kiunjuri coming out to state clearly that he's aligning his support to those of Raila Amolo Odinga simply means that he's breaking the ranks from William Ruto's camp. Then he also reminded Kenya Kwanza that they should stop chest thumping, because according to Mwangi Kiunjuri, William Ruto, who won the presidency, is not enjoying the legitimacy. And he gave figures that Ruto got 7.1 million, Raila 6.9, and those who never voted were 7 point something. So basically, according to Mwangi Kiunjuri, 17 million Kenyans never supported William Ruto, and therefore his team should not be bragging. Came on Tuesday when Jubilee held a parliamentary group meeting. Ruto was there, Rigathi Gachagua was there, Mwangi Kiunjuri was there, the entire Kenya Kwanza were there. Rigathi Gachagua came out to lecture Mwangi Kiunjuri. He reminded these people, and he was actually telling Ruto, you know, he's a Moi guy, that rais, kuna mtu hapa anakupinga, akienda huko mashinani ana support ule jamaa wa kitendawili. In reference, everybody concluded that he was referring to Mwangi Kiunjuri, and that was the beginning of Mwangi Kiunjuri takeover of the mountain. Next day, Mwangi Kiunjuri went to Inoro radio station, where he had the audience. In fact, let me take you back a bit. Before that parliamentary group meeting, I think Rigathi had alleged that the cost of living is high, or they have not paid the civil servants. You can remind me if I'm missing something. That they have not either paid the civil servant, or the cost of living is high because of Uhuru Kenyatta. On his wall, he was attacked by the Kikuyus badly. He was attacked completely. So Mwangi Kiunjuri saw an opportunity. Then he was invited for that interview. He used that interview to relay his information. And he revealed a lot about Kenya Kwanza. The first thing he revealed was that in Kenya Kwanza, the leaders from the mountain don't have a voice. That if you try to speak, then you receive a phone call from the mountain telling you to shut your mouth or to explain what you stated. You know, that statement by Mwangi Kiunjuri actually shocked everybody. Why would Ruto block the mountain from speaking? And it was not the first time, because you remember, there was a time when Rigathi Gachagua had started meeting most of these leaders, the caucuses, and Ruto banned him from meeting the members of parliament from the Kiku Nation. Up to now, I'm yet to see Rigathi Gachagua meeting the members of parliament from the Kiku Nation. So he was telling them that in the mountain here, as a leader, you are not allowed to speak. If you speak, you are lectured. He was making reference to what he told the people on the ground, and then when they went to the parliamentary group meeting, these guys tried to lecture him. Then he went further and stated something which is actually trending in the mountain, and that's why I strongly believe that he's taking the mountain by a storm. he compared Rigathi Gachagua to mushroom. Because mushroom was trending, I really wanted to know what had happened. He was asked about the Kikuyu Kingpin, that currently there's no Kikuyu Kingpin. The Kingpin is apparently William Ruto. So in his reference, he gave example of how Kenyatta went to London, came back, arrested, he became the president. He gave another example of how Mwai Kibaki was the vice president, was out on the call for 10 years, came back as a president. He also gave example of Uhuru Kenyatta, how Uhuru Kenyatta first contested in 2002, lost, went back underground, supported Kibaki, became the president. And his parting shot was that leadership is not like mushroom, which just decide to pop up from nowhere during rains. And when the rains are not there, they disappear. You know, Mwangi Kiunjuri in the mountain is known for his parables. So in this video, I want us to look at how or why Mwangi Kiunjuri is actually going to take successfully the mountain from William Ruto. Although I always know that Ruto is also not a pushover. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And for those who are wishing to send me coffee, by the way, today niko na tea. You can always do that on my numbers, which I think most of you guys have. And let us get straight to the point. Number one, Mwangi Kiunjuri has seen some low-hanging fruits. The 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling. Everybody in the mountain is disappointed that the constituencies in the mountain are almost getting equivalent amount of bursary, like those of the Northeastern. To an extent that in Northeastern, a member of parliament can actually pay school fee, 40,000 per person, without any problem. But in the mountain, people are lining up full. They can't even get 1,000. Some of them end up dying on the line. So the narrative of 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling is actually gaining traction in the mountain. But there's a problem in Kenya Kwanza. They gave BBI, which was proposing this, a bad name. So Kenya Kwanza can't come out openly to talk about it. Mwangi Kiunjuri is able to come out because he has his own party and is independent. If he's going to sustain this, because according to him, he's going to take a bill to parliament to effect that. If he's going to succeed in that, I can assure you, he's going to take the mountain forcefully from William Ruto. And there's nothing which William Ruto and the team are going to do. I'm just going to give Mwangi Kiunjuri 1 year. If nothing is not going to happen, then he should also forget. So that's the first thing is doing, taking advantage of the 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling, which is a hanging vote. Number 2, Mwangi Kiunjuri is also getting a voice in the mountain and is actually emerging because of Rigathi Gachagua's mistakes. Let's face it, William Ruto successfully managed to wrestle the control of the mountain from Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta had the deep state, he had everything. Ruto did one thing. Ruto went to the ordinary Kenyan on the ground there. Uhuru decided to stick with the money bags. By the time they realized, Ruto was with everybody. Mwangi Kiunjuri's approach, the way I'm seeing, is going to pay off. He's speaking on things which resonate so well with the common man on the ground there. At the same time, there is a kind of disappointment in the Kikuyu Nation over business, because William Ruto currently is almost filling each and key parastatals with members of the Kikuyu Nation. In fact, today in this country, there is that there's something which is trending online. Probably you might have come across it, where they are telling you how the Kalenjinization of the country, where they show you the picture of a Kalenjin and the person who has been kicked out, like that. So the Kikuyu businessmen also strongly feel that their businesses are being taken over. So they're not comfortable. So they're likely to throw their weight behind Mwangi Kiunjuri. He has the people there, then these guys will pump money on him. He's going to be lucky. Something which Uhuru Kenyatta failed to do for Raila Odinga. So Rigathi Gachagua is making certain mistakes. For example, the fact that Rigathi Gachagua decided to raid Uhuru Kenyatta's farm. How do you think the ordinary Kenyan from the Kikuyu Nation took it? They were not happy. And that's why they stopped it. Number 3, Mwangi Kiunjuri has his own political party, the Service Party. He's a member of parliament on that party. And because he has his own political party, it means he can do whatever he wants. He can take the risk. He can decide, I want to pursue this path. Whether I'm going to succeed or fail is something I'm not going to bother about. You see, so many people were asking themselves one main question. Why was Mwangi Kiunjuri choosing to go for that parliamentary seat instead of even going for the Senate or a governor? I tend to think that Mwangi Kiunjuri realized that for him to succeed as a politician, he needed the platform which was being provided for as a member of parliament. So he's now a member of parliament on his own political party. Ruto and Kenya Kwanza cannot dictate to him what he's doing. Number 4, in my view, is the disappointment in the Kikuyu Nation. When the voters of the mountain woke up very early to vote for Ruto, they did that for 2 main reasons. The first reason was to punish Raila Odinga, to punish Uhuru Kenyatta, because Uhuru Kenyatta was introducing to them Raila Amolo Odinga. So they achieved that. The second reason why they voted for Ruto was because they bought what Ruto sold to them. Ruto had sold to them how he was going to make their life very easy for them. He was going to make businesses conducive. He was going to deal with the issues of their coffee. Today I just saw in Pauline Njoroge's post a few minutes ago where she was comparing what Uhuru Kenyatta used to pay coffee farmers last year and what they are being paid today. So there's kind of disappointment in the mountain, but they can't just express it. They can't just join Azimio because, you refuse to join Azimio, you vote to punish them, then you find a problem that, kumbe, Uhuru was right. The 1 man, 1 vote shilling was right. What he was doing for our businesses was also right. At least our people were in key positions, right? He was right. Then you realize that everything Ruto promised you is not coming forth. What do? They are disappointed. They want to move out. The only option they are finding there is Azimio. In Azimio, there's Jubilee, which is there. There's ODM, they can't join. There's Raila, there's Kalonzo, they can't join. So, because of that, they still stick in Kenya Kwanza. But the fact now that Mwangi Kiunjuri is coming out with his own political party, which is an alternative, it means they'll be disappointed. They leave Kenya Kwanza or Jubilee, or UDA, and then they go straight to Mwangi Kiunjuri's political party. And lastly, I also tend to think that Mwangi Kiunjuri is going to succeed because of the muzzle voices from the mountain. You can't stop people from speaking for 5 years. Okay, you stop them from speaking. The only voice which is coming out is that of Mwangi Kiunjuri. So Mwangi Kiunjuri will start, because Mwangi Kiunjuri is one of the articulate politicians. He will start telling people what he knows. He will start saying things which the government would not want him to say. And after that, he will end up being an alternative. People will view Mwangi Kiunjuri's party as an alternative to Raila Odinga and to William Ruto as far as Mount Kenya politics is concerned. My advice to Ruto is that if you don't check Mwangi Kiunjuri very closely, he's going to disappoint you. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye bye.